Welcome back, one and all, to the Brexit Estate, which lies hard by the darkest dungeon. Yeah, my throat's getting a bit dry. I might have to take a little break after this third episode, maybe do some more tomorrow. Okay, as you can see, an unpleasant pallor has been cast over our estate. The waters in the fountain around the base of the ancestors' memoir, the ancestors' monument, appears to have been tainted, a foul crimson shade, and a swarm of mosquitoes festoons the monument, harassing all who come near. This is a town event related to the new dungeon and the expansion, and I have a feeling we have to deal with this quickly. Let us prepare to embark. So the courtyard is now available to us, as is the Weald, but I don't like to do the Weald before the Warrens. I like to kind of go through them in order, but that's just me, you know. This is green, so it's a level 1 quest. So, burn the hives! The hamlet is afflicted with a plague of winged pests. Brave the swampy ruins of the courtyard and torch their monstrous colonies. I have a feeling that actually burning these monstrous colonies is what's going to cause all the other bad things in the Crimson Court, to start waking up and coming for us. So this is probably a really bad thing. Activate 3 thronging hives. So we're going to have 3 kind of special torches or fire bombs or oil flasks or something to burn the hives with. And I imagine there will be monsters coming out of them to attack us or something. There's a Hellion-only new trinket, Mark of the Outcast. Outcast alone. Shamed. There appears to be a combination bonus there. I think now trinkets can have set bonuses, so when you have both halves of the set together, I don't know if sets can have more than 2 pieces, but I know you can only have 2 trinkets equipped at a time. So by having more than 2 pieces, it makes it easier to complete the set. But anyway, it's very nice, and it's a Crimson Court item. That would be an interesting one. Minus 15% healing received, but everything else is good. Okay, bleed skill. Well, she has a lot of bleed skills. But let's prepare ourselves. This is an extra special dungeon. I have no idea what to expect. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give this Blightstone to our Plague Doctor so that her blight skills have an even greater chance of being efficacious. The Founding Stone, I'm holding that back because it belongs to the Twilight Knight, a custom character mod that I am working on that is not quite ready for release yet. And we have the Book of Rage, which makes someone more vulnerable to bleed and blight, but extra damage and critical chance if their health is low. Sounds like something for a Hellion or a Leper, but I think there's going to be a lot of bleed attacks, maybe some blight attacks in Crimson Court. And I don't really have a lot of other trinkets to hand out. So you get that, you get nothing, you get nothing, you get nothing. This is going to be a pretty rough ride. Okay. It's a new dungeon. It could be more dangerous. I don't know what to expect. What would I really like to have here? Bolster. Bolster! Yeah, just forget command, go for bolster. So a man-at-arms, he is a guarding warrior, right? He is a party support tough guy. The Hellion, she likes to be in front, slicing and slicing away and hacking at people and dealing lots of damage. The Breakthrough is, you know what, actually, yeah. Breakthrough is a good skill to help move her back up to the front if she's been pushed back and wants to get up there quickly. Also, she never retreats. Her move skill, the one you won't see here because everyone always has the move skill equipped, is only forwards, never back. That's okay. It'll have to be okay. Wait a minute. We have the money. Did I upgrade level 2? No, I did not. Can I? I cannot. Well, okay then. I I suspect that if I don't go and deal with this now, those flies in the middle of town will get worse and worse and worse, and I should really deal with this now. So here we go then. At least it's a short mission. And it might unlock the districts or something. So a short mission is typically going to be... Here we have our free special pitch-soaked torch. Yes, a special torch, twice wrapped in cloth and soaked in sulfurous compounds. Right. I'm gonna presume I'm gonna need more bandages. I'm gonna take an extra shovel just to be on the safe side. Yeah, just for one. And 2 of them. This would probably be a really good time to try out this laudanum, to be honest. Let's take 2. Just, you know, for medicinal purposes. The plague doctor says it'll be alright.
The courtyard and gardens surrounding the manor were once a point of pride for the diligent custodians I employed. Great banquets and lavish social affairs were hosted here under the stars. Despite the expectation of propriety normally ascribed to those in our position, we mocked the stoic melancholy of the moss-covered fountains and cherubic statues, our salacious trysts half hidden in the hedgerows, our morality slipping ever deeper into the mud.
Wait, so the ancestor... This is... The Crimson Court is the courtyard around the actual mansion. So, whereas, you know, I've been believing that the hero, well, the main character, the inheritor, has been living up at the mansion, trying to solve all this stuff. No. So the Crimson Court isn't off to the side, right? It is the actual mansion the ancestor lived in. Which explains why it can be a set dungeon that you go into time and time again, and that the layout remains the same. And so the ancestor was actually ruling over all these monsters. And then whatever's happened to him has happened, they've got worse. And he didn't become one of them because... Well, maybe he did, but I think he didn't because that would indicate something else. Anyway, let's see. Let's find out what it's like in here.
Soaked and sinking, these stone terraces and sprawling gardens were the site of long-forgotten revelry and well-remembered regret.
Okay, that torch, really bad news. Bloodlight. So wait, we can't use the torches at all in here? The perspective on that skull is really weird. It's kind of stretched out sideways. That is a bit wonky looking. Don't know how I feel about that. There's a knackered old gate. The hinges are broken. Part of the gate's actually even missing there. Part of the fence. It's just gone. Maybe it's fallen over in the grass somewhere and lost. That's a lot of blood. And I'm going to presume that this is not from the top of that tree. It's actually from the thing. All those mozzies, all those midges buzzing away there. This is going to be nasty. Glad I didn't bring a leper. Lepers have really low bleed resistance. Oh, that wall is like broken down and crumbled over the years, and eventually the fence gave way to the weight of the wall tugging. Yes, this does not look like a good place, and that's a really bad sign. Well, onwards. Okay, I'm going to find out if I can raise the light level in here at all. I cannot, but the torch is given an accuracy buff. So rather than raising the light level, the usual thing, so essentially this is always... they're always taking extra stress and extra chance of bleeding, you know, lower bleed resistance. Wow. It's different. I like that. The torch is doing something other than the normal light level. I should have probably only brought 2 or 3 torches instead of 1. I like this broken bit of railing here. It implies that it was much once longer, running the length of the whole walkway. And this looks like not quite mud, but yeah, muddy, puddly, dried puddles. That's a Cura if I ever saw one, and it looks messed up. Is that some kind of... hang on. I can't get a... if it's a crow or some kind of spider or insect. That's like a French Revolution wig with some kind of fanged skull with like the spider mandibles and more skulls. Yeah, pile of strange bones. I'm going to do the most obvious, blatant thing to do here, which may cause a very bad reaction, but the priestess is going to bless these with holy water and hope that it doesn't react badly and spring some kind of encounter ambush or something. That's not a good sign. Medicinal herbs? Oh. Oof! And she's bleeding. Let's see how bad the bleed resist penalty is actually. It's 10 points. Okay. And it's 2 for 3, that's 6. That's actually a significant amount, so let's deal with that. The Plague Doctor has the best bleed resistance, so if we come against more piles of strange bones, she might be the best to handle. Wait. 20 base, 30 base. Really? I thought the Plague Doctor had better... I mean, I know she has better disease resistance and blight resistance. Maybe it's all that playing around with scalpels and medical implements that just makes her prone to cutting herself. Let's get 40 base. Okay, so actually, our 2 frontliners are best equipped to deal with birds in the future. Interesting, and more broken railings. You know that... oh, great. I like the way he's got the tray there as a serving thing. He's got a rough, got a disgusting mouth, a mask, a kind of commedia dell'arte mask, and this thing is just grotesque, a supplicant. So a supplicant will be someone who's seeking an audience, who's kind of sucking up like a sycophant almost, but not like a sycophant, more like say there's an important temple and there's a saint and the supplicants are there requesting an audience. So a supplicant and a manservant, a very small manservant. That's not fair. I wanted a dwarf hero and they wouldn't do one, and yeah, like a dwarven court jester or something, you know, something in keeping with the overall style and feel of the game. Right, let's have a look at these. We know their resistances. Bleed is low. Shouldn't have swapped out our bleed skill. I was about to say that I like the fact of the continued theme of the broken railings, because as I progress along the hallway, the more bits of broken railings I see, the more the missing portions of broken railings cause me consternation. Right. So they're insects, they're carrion, they're got very high blight resistance, I mean. So blight is not the way to go there. No one is bleeding though, so I'll just have to try. On the manservant. He brings up his little, what do you call it? It's the thing with the meal on it, with the big, like, bowl-like thing you put over it. It's a cloche, isn't it? That thing, I can't remember what the tray under it is called, a tray and a cloche. But he brings it up to defend himself and cowers behind it, and he's actually blighted, which is great. I should not become too confident. Right, guard. One of you has a lower bleed resistance than the other, and it's the Plague Doctor. Defend her at all costs! Because she can remove bleed conditions. Judgment! Oh yes. Wicked hack. Oh, those are not arms. Those are not limbs. They are dangerous. Oh, and there's a face underneath there as well, a human face on top. So it's like a parasite on top of him. I mean, he looks like a madman in the straitjacket almost, like his arms are tied together, like he can't use them or do anything with them. And you can see the blood seeping down from his sleeves onto his hands there. Oh, this is grim. Retribution! And thus begins the Man-at-Arms skill cycle.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Wait, did that...
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
So the blood light exists outside fights, inside fights we might get a different kind of light status? I should have been paying more attention to that. I mean, maybe it was just to keep the round number in there, but I'll have to look at that in the next fight. Okay. Yeah. So, one battle, okay. So if it lasts for one fight, we should just light a torch after every fight. Oh, that's a hive. That is a swarming hive. Oh no! A maddening whine of the mosquitoes. Let's try for a double stun with a blinding gas. Hey, it worked on one. Better than nothing. We shall guard the bleed remover. Oh, they're gathering blood. And that doesn't seem to do anything to them. Okay. Iron Swan! Judgment! Which misses, because they got a dodge value. Ugh. That was some kind of light attack. I'm so glad we brought the Plague Doctor, because we really need her right about now. Round 2. Still in Bloodlight. Okay, so the light state doesn't change, it just displays for combat rounds now. Let's remove that blight. Lovely jubbly! Judgment!
Their formation is broken. Maintain
I'm using
the
that
offensive.
far too much at the moment. I need to pay attention to the health of the party. But for now, let's get some retribution in there. Perhaps I can't reach the back. I'll try switching guard targets soon. Oh, and I should change her for a bleed skill. So, riposte, counterattacks. It's what the Man-at-Arms does
Press
best.
disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
Uh-oh. The Crimson Curse. One of your heroes has the Crimson Curse. The curse is not like other diseases. It can't be cured normally in the sanitarium. The only way to keep it at bay is with the blood. There may be other ways to cure it. Oh, that was really quick and ow. Oh! That's a bad, bad curse. Okay, curing blight. Your hero is blighted. If you wish, you can use anti-venom from the inventory to neutralize it. Right-click on the anti-venom while it's the injured hero's turn, or I can just have the Plague Doctor remove it. However, Crimson Curse reduces stun resistance, reduces blight resistance, reduces bleed resistance, reduces maximum health, increases speed, and reduces virtue chance. That's really bad. Fortunately, we haven't got to virtue and afflictions yet, but we might be getting there. So, time to shift that guard target and see if they then go for the Plague Doctor at the back. Ow. So yeah, riposting, counterattack. If he gets attacked, he attacks back. The benefit of guarding and riposting is that, essentially the monsters are going to attack one of the heroes, right? And they get to pick. When he guards another hero, if that hero gets attacked, he takes the attack. So essentially, while you're thinking, oh, that's twice the chance of him getting attacked, yes it is, but think of it as in the whole party, 4 people, 2 of those people are him. He's half the party at this point for monster targeting. I mean, area of effect attacks will still hit everyone, but essentially it's a way of saying, I can take the hit for this person. Oh, and hey look, riposte attacks are great. But for now, though, she just needs to hack this thing apart before it does anything worse. Wait, predigestion? I haven't seen it do predigestion. Oh, is that the acid attack? Right, and then... Okay. Oh, they can go for the back. Right, so they're actively avoiding the... This is not good. Because the main thing for Crimson Curse is it makes the heroes much more valuable to a lot of things I imagine they're likely to be subjected to in the Crimson Court. And I suspect the only way to cure it is in the Crimson Court. You know, where they're going to be extra vulnerable to these things. But in the meantime, let's relieve this blight from his 8 points of damage I'm preventing. And on our initial Plague Doctor as well, we need to keep this Vestal guarded because she's the only one we've got. Right. Doesn't affect heals received, does it? No, good.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
I can see now why we can back out and go further on, because we could just do one of these and fall back. This is brutal. Right. What? Wait, did that one not have a face underneath? I don't know, let's find out. It only did when it did the vomiting acid attack. Okay. Yeah, resist it. And then get a counter attack.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Oh, this is rough.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
2 for 3 is 6. I can use this to remove it, but I'll deal with this first. I'll do it with him in case there are any bad side effects. The hive is twisted and unnatural, the work of cursed vermin. Let's use one of these. Excellent! Okay, so you need to get back on a bleed skill there. Positioning attacks are less worrisome at the moment. You're good. Actually, we could maybe swap out command from Rampart to get to those mosquitoes at the back. Let's not worry about that just yet. Oh, these are doomed. Well then. So in these set dungeons you don't get to see the whole layout in advance, you only get to see one room ahead. I don't see the walkways. Where are the walkways? There, behind us, but not in this side. What's going on? This is bad news. We're going the wrong way. We're leaving the walkways behind. We're all going to die. Well, eventually, yes, of old age, hopefully. But, oof. Given the Crimson Curse status, I hope we can extend the barracks quickly to get backup heroes in case there are really, really negative side effects to having it. Because I imagine it's not a very positive thing. Let's light a torch. Let's seek out battle. Big spiky plant with... That one looks like a mouth, like you know, jaw there and lower jaw here. And spiky red flowers. And... Wait, half-blooded blood seemingly feeds these vital... But you know what? Got the Crimson Curse already. Let's find out what it does. Because then we'll know how to better interact with them in future if we come against them again. Wait, what? Flourishes and... Didn't fully get to read that. But nothing bad seemed to happen. I bet if I'd used someone who didn't have the Crimson Curse, they might get it, or something bad would happen. No fights yet. That's a relief. This is not a relief. This is quite possibly another teeming hive, especially as this is a short quest. That's not a teeming hive. That's something else. Let's keep using the people with the Crimson Curse. Throbbing cocoons. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna burn this with a normal torch. Well, it worked, and it seemed to remove some stress. Nothing else, though. It's like going up against the Brigand Wolf. Why are the banisters only behind us now? This is not good. We are heading in a bad direction, deeper into this teeming hive of buzzing insects. There's a little bit of banister. Oh, that's a massive... I keep thinking like a swine taw went barreling through it or something, and I'm just like, where are the big monsters that smash down those railings? I don't want to meet them. Interesting little bit of topiary there. And double mosquito attack. And front ranks. Oh, there go. I wonder if there's extra stress against Crimson Curse. Well, they get stressed out, alright. And I can't use that now. That's interesting. Right. Blight! What do they get from that? Stun skill chance. Interesting. Right. You. Heal.
Decimated.
Nice! Estrella, the slightly Hispanic warrior woman, is just... those insect sounds, it sounds like they're actually inside my headphones. And, like, for yesterday, for hours, there was a wasp stuck in our house. You know, like when a wasp gets stuck in and keeps refusing to go out the window and, like, concussing itself, headbutting the window instead of flying that little bit off to the side to where the window's open. Yeah, bees don't do that. Bees are really clever, you know? Bee flies in through your window, gets a bit stuck, open the window, bee finds its way out, first or second try. A wasp, 7 or 8 hours later, it's still trying to work out how to get out through this one bleeding window that's open, and it's like, no, if I keep headbutting the glass bit that's not in the way, instead of the open space that's in the way that I could just fly through, maybe I'll get through this glass bit eventually, and it won't be there next time. Wasps are just stupid. We must protect our only dedicated healer from this horrific affliction. Oh, and stunned as well. Swine.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Alright, we're going to strike a light. Probably shouldn't have done that just yet. We're going to... We can't use these at all. We couldn't use them in the fight. We can't use them now. I wonder if it's used on an afflicted hero to help... Interesting. Might have to look out for... I should not have gone back quickly. I need to think. I like that drooping moss weed type thing hanging off the broken arch there. It's a nice touch. I'm so glad I brought shovels. Okay, another room, possibly a second hive if we're really lucky. If not, then this suddenly isn't such a short quest as we were initially suggested and informed. Okay, so this short quest is actually more of a medium quest at this point, purely because there's 3 of them. And we've only had 1 so far. Right, let's try... And, oh, but look at those red pustules there. And 3 of these... Are those bottles? Yeah, they're bottles. Okay, they're bottles that look like wine bottles, but I don't think they're wine bottles. I think they're bottles full of something nasty, and these things are growing around the bottom of them. And then there's 3 of these to deal with. Right. Let's try for a stun. Nope. Oh, they have massive stun resistance. I won't be trying that again in a hurry. Right. If they can... right. Bleed. Big bleed. Okay, this will... Just one moment. Had something annoying pop up there. I hope you didn't have to see that. Right. Oh, there's another one of those there. He's already got the Crimson Curse. He can check it after the fight. Protect the Priestess. She's the only one we've got. I can see why deck-based hero stagecoach would actually be quite popular with this expansion. Right. Remove the blight. You know what? The bleed might be worth it. So Jester and Hellion will be quite good in this dungeon overall. We're getting a Hellion's only trinket for it, so interesting. And I imagine the new hero will be helpful here as well. Let's get some counterattacks going.
Sedated.
Wait, what? That's new.
A death by inches.
So, healing the people with the Crimson Curse soothes and sedates whatever unnatural urges they are gaining. Keep that guard up. She's the only priestess we've got. And I'm working through the debuff here. I could use the medicinal herbs to clear it, but I'm keeping them in case there's any really important or useful curios coming.
This expedition at least promises success.
Wait, so it was bandages maybe? Just like wrap bandages around his fingers and so he doesn't get cut by the sharp spiky bits. It worked! And some revolting food that's probably really unsanitary. But we have to eat now anyway. And I'm not going to light a torch just yet. I wonder if I can wait till I get there's finally some banisters. A hint of safety. Maybe that means we're getting to the second hive. No! Not a hive! I'm just going to not touch that one, because if I don't torch it, bad stuff could happen. Oh! Options! How nice! This is the shortest hallway. Shortest passage. Shortest path. So we can run back quickly if there's trouble. Oh lovely! Familiar monsters! And one of these things.
Compassion is a rarity.
Oh, he's in a
Pitch of
new
battle.
pose. He's powered up or something there. That's not a good sign. Now that he got that blood, he is doing something bad. Right. Double stun. Please, 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 please. Yes! I'm gonna... You know what? Yeah.
Begone, fiend.
Oh, yes. Safer. Oh, wow, his wing sticks up at a weird angle there. He's just kind of slurped up in a heap. Splurpy! Yes, he is splurped. Okay, hopefully these are like the normal carrion crawler things and they can't give us the Crimson Plague as well, but let's just tidy up that
Wounds
blight a
of
little.
war can be healed, but never hidden.
I like that line.
compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Wait. So what do the hero skills that change my likelihood do in this place? Because that'll be interesting. So for now I'm just working my way through. It's a fairly standard fight. Looking at putting a single target heal on the Plague Doctor, but first remove this.
The wounds of war can be healed,
So
but never hidden.
These things have big blight resistance. I'm better off just, you know, using the Plague Doctor now as a support character to keep party members alive. Something tells me the chair at the end of this hallway will not be the one with the siege.
A momentary abatement.
I'm definitely feeling I would have liked to have gone another 1 or 2 weeks before coming in here. This place is rough. I mean, I don't mind a little bit of rough, but sometimes it can feel a little bit too much. So, yeah, just try to take it this time.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Okay. I'm gonna pop back here and explore these 2 side chambers. I'm actually gonna go for the furthest one this time. We've got some railings again, so I'll leave that. On the way back, I might choose to interact with it. Oh, great. A hive! A hive! And not too many monsters back. Whoa, he did a new thing. This manservant has a lot of abilities. Right. Party heal.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
50, 40, you. See, there's a face under there, but I don't think it's an active face. I think it's just like a dead zombie face, body, and this thing is the living thing, and this is just like a puppet, but it moves along with. It's like you observe, you obey me. But then when it spews up the stuff, it comes up out of his body. So it's not coming from this thing, it's coming from like the putrid innards. Yeah, that is pretty violent. Respect to the developers. Oh, that is. Did he just use the beak on the master? Because it's kind of serrated a bit like an insect beak, you know, proboscis. Right. I mean, a proboscis isn't really a beak, it's more of a nose. Let's try you, because you're a turn. Yeah, I like it. So that is 4 on 5. Okay. Oh, he dodged that one. Well, his wings are up now. His wings are up. He's in the new form with the tail bum thing, back end, whatever you call it, thing, thorax, a bit behind the thorax sticking out. He is seriously active, and oh, that was a pretty disgusting thing under the... It was like rotten meat with bones sticking out and flies buzzing around it, and he just showed that, and it stunned her, and she's like, oh! And that is an insane amount of stress. Right then. Let's just try and hammer him into the ground with a mighty mace blow.
Another
actually worked.
abomination cleansed from our lands.
Okay, you hive. Be cleansed with flame. And she didn't get the Crimson Curse from it, so I didn't need to worry too much about having Crimson Curse people do it. I now strongly suspect that continuing in this direction will be a folly, and I should go in one of those 2. But I'll go to the end of the hallway and see what I find. Because it's a set layout. Hang on. So we had the first one like here, the second one out here, the third is going to be like... Ugh, nah, it's got to be close. It's got to be down... It's probably down that way if we're really lucky. Okay, let's live dangerously and light the last torch. That is not a hive. That is a damned fountain. Right, you've got the Crimson Curse already. Can't get much worse. A burbling fount spews crimson ichor from some damnable source. Let's actually try the laudanum, because it might... No, okay. It is blood. Let's actually try bandages to soak up... No, stuff it. Holy water. Oh, well, that was nice, but it didn't cure the Crimson Curse, though, did it? Oh. At least I know this is a dead end, so I can come back. And pursue the other side branch, which will probably also be like 1 or 2 rooms dead end, then back down that way. Who knows? It's almost worth exploring the whole place here, because while it's dangerous and it's certainly challenging, and I could, you know what, stuff it. Oh, it's just going to be food
reward
again.
for a task well performed.
Okay, no more bandages used on those. I have no torches to burn that now. Let's go this way. The railings are back! The railings of safety and hope! The railings of a damned man, ranting against the world! You know, railing, the homonym, the other word railing. No? Okay, well, it's worth a try. And what is here? What have we here? I suspect that almost looks like a dead-end chamber, but... Another big plant. You already have the Crimson Curse. You already have the Crimson Curse. You're highly stressed. We'll do it for you instead. Disgusting blood and salt. We got crests! We got crests out of it! All is not yet lost. Uh-oh. Craving the blood. One of your infected heroes has a thirst which can only be satisfied with the blood. Feed them soon or they may begin to weaken. Who? You. So wait, you need to interact with like one of those blood fountains? Because I don't have anything to give... Wait, feed? I could try. Did that work? That did not work. Well, it was worth a shot, okay? Bloodlight persists. Let's venture through this gate and see what horrors we shall find. It's probably going to be an empty room now, isn't it? Not so empty. Uh-oh. That's really bad. Oh no. That was nearly an infection. That was rough. Oh, you what? And the infection could have spread. Can't guard against that. What are we doing? I don't know, you're completely mental, love. I mean, like, don't take this the wrong way, but you are an utter nutjob.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
We can at least guard against the foes, says old Teska. Right, let's try and lunge to the back and take out this sycophant. That's a sycophant? Actually, that's not something interesting. So these might have once been people who just sucked up... No, so it did come out the top mouth. Okay, yeah, that's totally zombie face under there then. Hooray! Gibbering entourage! Don't you dare... Oh no! What? He guards the lot of them?! Wow, okay, what? Yeah, okay, right, fine. Just in case you're a little more susceptible to blight now. Multi-guard is now possible. I wonder if that means heroes of a single guard skill can... Uh-oh. Fennel's resolve is tested and she becomes masochistic!
Those who covet injury find it in no short supply.
Afflicted. When heroes can't take the stress anymore, they become afflicted. This manifests in different behaviors and stat changes. Afflictions last until you send them to treatment in town, unless you can reduce their stress to 0 during a quest. That normally takes 2 or 3 quests, to be honest. Right. You're guarding everyone else, so I might as well... Right, I'll show you. Attack the one in front, which looks very bloated now, and the attack will be redirected to the guarding one, who will interpose himself to be on the receiving end of the blow. Not that he's particularly good at it. Taking a look. Right. Healing is required. Is she still... Oh god, she is. How much does she need to end the craving? Bleeding attack on this one, but he will intercept, so I can actually use it on him. Yes! Guards down. Predigestion. Also known as vomiting acidic gunk all over you. This is bad. Oh no! Oh, it wasn't too bad apart from the bleeding. Right. Group heal. And because she's masochistic, she refuses because she wants to feel the pain. You back up, love, please. That's lovely. Lovely jubbly. Now you can start removing the blight again. You, on the other hand, you're taking a lot of blight and bleed already, so let's remove some blight, remove some bleed, and guard. Guard the priestess of all your life, because if she falls, you will follow. Nice! Guarding is good! Right, you love, remove the bleeding from the priestess, please. I mean, you shouldn't have really gone for her like that earlier, that's really bad. And we're trying it. We're trying to defeat this phobia. Stuff it. Wallop. Yeah! Oh, my throat's getting quite dry now. Okay, the blood.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Well, now we know what the blood is. The blood is a special type of supply item. Any collected bottles of the blood will be retained in your estate at quest end. Not quest's end, but quest end. They may be added to the provisions of embarking parties. The blood is rare. Spread it around wisely among those in need. I strongly suspect it won't remove the Crimson Curse, but it will stop her being an utter psycho. Oh, you what? But she had the craving. She had to drink the bloodlust. Drinking the blood has a terrific effect on the hero. They crave violence. Wait, so it goes from Crimson Curse to bloodlust to craving to bloodlust, and then maybe goes down again. That's terrific. That's actually quite an effective power-up. I imagine that could be quite popular with certain playstyles, like people who like Hellions, for example. You better eat just a little, because...
A momentary abatement.
Oh wait, can I? No, I still can't use the laudanum. That's interesting. But they let me bring it here. Dead end, as I predicted. But we got the blood, which ended the cravings, so it's not all entirely bad, but it is bad. It's seriously bloody bad. Bloody bad. Get it? Right. Okay, after this session I am taking a break. My throat's getting quite dry now, so... Uh-oh. Oh, you've got to be taking a piss. Right, yeah, so now he's got the craving, and we ain't got any more blood to give him, so that could end very badly, especially as he's the one who'd be guarding people. We were like, don't let me near you, you're gonna murder me! Yeah. Better be careful. Have a care around old Tesla Torrid. Only take him on the most dangerous of missions, and do not let him guard you, or you will fall. We got some railings, it's okay. Where there's railings, there's hope, to misquote Sam Gamgee. Well, to misquote his old gaffer. Hey! You! Wait. Just in case. No. Okay. Hey, it mapped us out some... Just a minute. Curio battle. No quest objective. Still. This is rough. This is... whoa. Okay, this is not a monster. This is something we can interact with. It is... I see a lot of blood on my hands. I was going to have a priestess talk to her because she seems like a... I should have kept the laudanum, shouldn't I? That is not a leg. That is not a human leg. That is an insect leg. This is bad. This is an ambush. I'm going to use someone who's already got the Crimson Curse so that it doesn't get passed on to anyone else just yet. A mysterious figure, not fully human, not fully insect, kneels here on the ground. I want to give it... Right, we'll give you some anti-venom, because I don't have the laudanum anymore. I should have kept it. Okay, let's find out what happens. Well, he resisted some kind of disease. That's a relief. Those bubbles of air again, like dried bubbles of calcified solid blood. This is a pretty horrific environment. You know, I mean, the game's normally quite horrific anyway, and I've only got the one pitch-soaked torch and no normal torches. I wonder though, because I want to try this out, right? I want to try swap judgment for illumination and see if light-based skills are completely useless in combat in here. They probably are, but they might have like the accuracy buff thing.
Hideous mutation, unnatural and abhorrent.
That's part crocodile, part insect, part poor razorback swine thing. I don't know, but okay, bull rushes are going to give it some kind of cover, obviously. And the light resistance is high, as you would expect. Stun isn't that bad. Oh yeah, they got massive resistance. It's fine. We'll go for the stun. Okay, did it dodge or did it plant up? Oh! Okay, that's bad. That's really bad. That's group heal bad. And of course, she's masochistic. She refuses for healing. Lovely. Should have probably pulled back and gone to town by now, but let's go in for the... Seriously, man? I'm gonna lose a hero at this rate. This is lethal. Wait, it's coming closer. Oh, that's really bad. Yeah, man, I think we should just run, but we can't because we got a masochistic dungeon. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's really bad. Right. God. Wait, they got a dodge value of 200 on the plants? The plant did dodge. I don't like this. I think it's time to leave. To abandon the run. This is clearly
Injury and despondence.
More potent heroes,
For
you know?
heroism or cowardice.
We are not taking that thing down in a hurry. Uh-oh. Let's take it to the back. No. Oh, oh, what? Right. Run. You scum. Run. Yes.
Skirmish may be lost, but the battle may yet be won.
The body's limit. Heart attack. Stress continues to build beyond the point of affliction. If a hero's stress bar fills a second time completely, their body will give out. Get them aid or retreat back to town before this happens. Death awaits us all. She's got a lot of stress there. So, just looking at the map, right? Well, we got a scouting roll, but we can't handle that fight. Those are dead ends. This Curio is not good news. I could back up to that one and use it before I go, but we need to just get out of here. Hopefully next time we send some heroes in there, we will get to have those 2 hives already dealt with, and only need to go for the last one. But we cannot complete this. This is just too much. And, you know, one of the big things about Darkest Dungeon is knowing when to fall back and retreat back to the hamlet. And just say, you know, we can't handle this, because if you don't, heroes die, things get terrible. And we got a bit of treasure here. It'd be better to get out of it with something rather than nothing at all. They're all going to be so stressed out by this.
Where there is no peril in the task, there can be no glory in its accomplishment.
That's a little bit of money to help fund the next mission, but that was... I wouldn't say it's entirely disastrous, but we kind of reached our limit there. That crocodile thing was just insane. Nocturnal. So she likes it when the torchlight isn't too bright and deadly. Extra critical chance. Okay. And Hieromania experiences religious visions and delusions. That means she's more likely to interact with things like you know, religious-looking statues and you know, funeral urns full of ashes and confessional booths. Oh well, let's see how bad this is back in town now that we've failed our mission.
A fresh irritant to some, a sanguine memory to me.
Yep, something bad happened, alright. A crumbling stone entry to a forgotten labyrinthine... Shouldn't that be labyrinthine, not labyrinthian? Okay, the town is abuzz. A crumbling stone entry to a forgotten labyrinthian garden has been uncovered. The discoverer sadly has perished from the innumerable insect stings. Concern rises. Stress reduction in town is slightly less effective. The sanitarium has finally been unlocked. The cove is unlocked. The warrens are unlocked. They were overwhelmed by the courtyard minions trying to burn the hives. Level 1 short. That wasn't a short mission. And it's still there. Let's see. Is it still there? It's still there. With a leper reward this time. The last treasures of a king. With King Baldwin there. Yeah. Too much Hollywood. Right. Sanitarium. Needed. Badly. New heroes. Absolutely needed. Badly. Really badly. Okay. We have an occultist. And a man-at-arms. The Offering is a class mod I've been meaning to uninstall for a while now because I was trying it out. She's a bit too powerful. Not going to use her. Also, the art is a bit extreme for the way the game feels. It's a bit too silly. It's like, yeah, she's got big boobs, fine, I get it. The artist is obsessed with big knockers, that's fine. You know, she's got tits, so what? That shouldn't be the only thing she's about. They shouldn't be so comically large and wobbling about all over the place. It just didn't quite do it for me, so probably not going to use her. Her class was all about dressing up in bondage gear and standing in front, and the blindfold isn't a blindfold, it's actually a gag that keeps the top of her head shut, because the top of her head is a mouth, and that mouth is just a fake mouth that doesn't exist anymore, so the gag there is just to make people, you know, understand, you know, just have a reason for thinking why she doesn't open her mouth much. Right, let us absolutely get more heroes coming in future weeks.
Great heroes can be found even here, in the mud and rain.
Right. New man-at-arms, we'll call him Venga Felgren. He's even likes paying a bit for his armour himself and gets it cheaper. He's not got a bad skill set, it's okay.
The raw strength of youth may be spent, but his eyes hold the secrets of 100 campaigns.
And the occultist, we shall call him Hakim, because he looks like a Hakim. I'm not going to spell it with a Q, because sometimes anglicised spelling just makes more sense, you know? As I said,
To fight the abyss, one must know it.
Okay, can't upgrade this. I might be able to afford... Right, the sanitarium is most often used to remove negative quirks and treat diseases, but you can also use it to reinforce a positive quirk, which will lock it in place and prevent new positive quirks from displacing it. You can lock a maximum of 3 positive quirks per hero. For now, I really want those extra cells, but we have no diseases to clear. Treatment library. We will make it a bit cheaper to treat quirks.
Experimental techniques and tonics can overcome things a sharpened sword cannot.
Alright, so here's the plan. New week, new plan. Oh, damn it, medium. Right. We're going to send Hakim and Velia and Venga Felgren and Estrella into the Weald or the Cove. Possibly the Cove, actually. He has the Abyssal Artillery skill. In the meantime, back in town, someone is going to go into deep therapy. We're either going to remove that kleptomaniac, lygophobia. That's dark, that's okay. No cheap. Yeah. Oh, we've got to remove one of those two. You are just a complete nut job. Oh, great. Lovely little mouse over pop-up. That doesn't make me feel uncomfortable at all, you know. Right. Yeah. And masochistic as well. Oh, you know what? Fennel, you've got an insane craving for blood. You're masochistic, so you like being hurt. We're going to send you to the brothel. Because that's going to be the most debauched, insane... If you don't get perverted tastes and banned from the brothel and refuse to be allowed to go back in there again, I don't know what the world's coming to. Here's an extra coin. I wasn't here, okay? You didn't see me, right? And then... Well, look, this is actually locked in, so it's more expensive, so getting out of the way when he's low level now is a good idea. Him stealing, bad. Not good for us at all. Wait, what was in the syringe? Yeah. So here's hoping next week, better heroes. No offering. Should have 4 heroes available next week. And I'll take a break before recording the next session, just to help my voice recover, because it's kind of feeling it a bit, you know? Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. It's been interesting. We had our first foray into the Crimson Court, and it got pretty lethal when that crocodile thing turned up. Might need to come up with some special tactics to deal with that, because it's blocking access to the third hive, and it heals and it has masses of health and a high protection value. Okay, we basically can't hurt the bulrushes, and it's all about the crocodile, and the crocodile is just really, really, really tough and very dangerous, so I don't know how to deal with it. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, well, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. There will be more in the near future, and I'll say bye-bye for now and see you all next time. Cheerio!